ちにいる時間長くて暇でね、しょうがないんですよね。お、バツと丸が逆だ。やりづらい。もう視野角は増やせる。キーコーヒングはあるのかな？まあいいや。ニューゲーム。じゃあノーマルでいきましょう。これマルチとかあんのかな？
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes.
おっと、これもしかしてあれか？
Chamber, you'll wake up in a
字幕全部入ってるけど、さっき字幕流れなかったね。
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations.
そう、なんかね、宇宙の端っこのコロニーがあって、そこが、まあ企業がいくつかが買ってあって、そこに行くみたいな、ね、ストーリーらしいですけど。
Halcyon Colony.
大丈夫かな、船。フィニアス・バーノン・ウェルズ。
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
ほう。キャラ特性を最初からつけられるんだね。この手のゲームは初めてだぜ。めんどくせえ。
Good metabolism, high likelihood of digesting salt tuna.
あ、ポイント残高っていうのがあるんだね。なるほど。強さは近接武器でのダメージと運べる武器の数量に影響します。まあ武器は3つぐらい持てればいいんだけど、まあ最悪2つでもいいかな。器用度。器用度は接近武器の接近攻撃の速度と範囲攻撃のリロード速度に影響。ワンハンドメイレー、ハンドガン、回避、ブロック、スイング。これは高い方がいいかな。知力。クリティカルヒットのボーナスダメージに影響。ロング、説得、ハッキング、医療、サイエンス、意思決定。知覚はヘッドショットや弱点のダメージボーナスに影響します。はあ。クリティカルとヘッドショット弱点。はあ。
It's like a catalog of mediocrity.
性格。魅力。自然回復能力。そうだなぁ。6か。何段階やが。
But are your wits as quick as your fingers? But are your wits as quick as your fingers?
ヘッドショットで 20% 上がる。
With your sharp eyes, you could have been an Aether Wave detective. If I had your brains 30 years ago, we might not be in this mess.
これぐらいにしとく。
I bet you really can believe it's not Borst.
魅力。魅力っていうのはちょっとよくわかんないけどね。
At least you don't have rickets yet. You've been commonly described as odious and boorish.
この辺は平均にしといて器用度だけ上げてみようかな。別に範囲攻撃のリロード速度はそんなにどうなんだろう。10% なんて上げてもしょうがないよねと思うんですよ。まあちょっと快適なぐらい。こんな感じにしてみようかな。どっちがいい？超迷う。こんなに近接推しってことは結構近接あるんだろうな。速度か。まあ、運搬力もあった方がいいと思うんだよな。これでいこう。スキル。近接攻撃スキルは手持ち武器を使用したクリティカルヒットの確率を向上させます。利用可能ポイント2。おまけー。仲間の体力が増える。ステルス。会話。防御。うん。防御に振っとこうかな。あっと、戻っちゃった。
You're going to be hard to kill, though not from lack of trying. You certainly know your way around a Mac pick.
適正。細けー。そうだな。エレベーター運転スペシャリスト。すごいじゃん。ちゃんとしたリフトはちゃんと上下に動く。そうでないと考える者は、このバッジを着用するのに適してない。専門家であるということは、自分がどこから来たのかを意味する。値札のついてない、上下に動ける可動域を保証するということだ。どういうことだ？そうだな。じゃあ料理長にしよっか。副料理長。
Sub sous chef? Some kind of flavor specialist?
基本ゲームは女子キャラでやっちゃうんだけどね。顔。もう丸と×が逆だからやりづらいぜ。恥ずかしがらないでくださいね。ランダムで決定ボタンしかないんだね。は。これで顔って選べないのかな。こうか。洋芸ってみんななんかあんまり選びたくない顔しかないんだよね。この辺にしときますか。まあ動向ははっきりしてる方がね、ちょっと外人っぽくていいっすよね。緑はね、飽きるんですよ、僕すぐ。これにしようかな。どっか変化してるこれ。額か。すんげえ全然変わんないじゃん。 ちょっと上にしとこうかな。穴の大きさ。いや最初ボーダーランズっぽいビジュアルなのかなと思ってたけど、あれだね。キャラクターメイキングとさっきのおじいちゃんは全然そんな感じしないね。ホールアウトっぽい。三つ編みないから三つ編み。はげ。女性向きの髪型じゃないよね、どれもね。変なのしかない。まあ、キャラクリゲーじゃないからしょうがないんでしょ。まあちょっとこのサイバーパンクっぽい感じにしようかな。この青っぽいのにしようか。青か紫かわかんないけど。なんかキャラクリができるようでできないこの感じね。洋芸っぽいです。ちょっと悪気のない顔にしよう。悪気のないやつが悪いことするってちょっとね、いいよね。うわぁ、悪気なさそう。いや、やっぱ、8の字にしようか。この辺だよね。あ、これもいいっすね。うん、これは顔の印象がすごくなくなる。うん、これにしよう。なんでヒゲ？すげえな、これ。 すごい鼻血が出せる。うん。この辺にしとこうかな。汚れ。さっきの白いのも気になる。これ。マロみたいな。マロメイク。シワシワになっちゃう。よし、こんなんでいいだろう。お。ある。よし。
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
あんなところに穴開いたら死んじゃうよね。
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. But I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
ディズニーっぽい。急にこう落とされる感じね。
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
来たぞ来たぞ惑星に。ニョキニョキ。
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
なんてひどい。もうちょっと放送を眺めさせてくれたまえよ。はい、×でジャンプ。丸でしゃがむ。ダッシュ。はあはあ。お、なんか出てきた。なんだこれは。スライディングはできないのか。スピード感がないな。スニーキング中は背の高い草や岩などを利用して敵から隠れます。通り過ぎる敵をこっそり観察したり、電車を見て戦闘開始する場合。ほほほほほ。あ、見つかった。おお、なんだなんだ。
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
落とす。うわー。
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? You'd better take my gun then. Careful, it's worth more to the company than I am. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Cool.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
そう、なんかね、他の YouTuber で見たけど、撃ち殺すらしいよ。ほほほほほ、これはなんだい。あら、顔がない。これで装備品ゲットだぜ。これは乗り越えられんのかな。えい。お、スタックした。
What just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
タクティカルタイムディレーション。脳が時間を異なる形で処理し始めました。TTD ボタンを押すと世界がスローモーションになります。考える時間を与えてくれるだけでは行動する時間も使えます。動かずにいると定定デーメーターの消費はとても遅いですが、移動や行為をすれば消費が早まります。ヘッドショットにならず。どっちができ。なんか面白いどっちだな、これ。ほう。Hmm. なるほどね。メディカルスロット。これは装備できないんだ。新しい武器を見つけました。武器切り替えボタンでインベントリ武器をする。新しい武器。ほう。この食料的なのはいつ使うんだろうな。てんてんてんてんてん。痛い。やつもう一人どこやったっけ。この空中スライドはあれなんだね。連チャンでできないね。お、こういう岩どっかで見たことあるぞ。いほほーい。はーい。
That call on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself.
喧嘩を売ってしまっ
You
た。
know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
説得。騙し。あの略奪者を尋問すれば船の所有者。騙し。
You think? Most marauders can't even talk. The criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go. Cover me! I'm going in!
ほう。すごいスタックしてるけど。 ああ、キンベルさん。俺はヘッドショット以外狙わないぜ。ああ、そんな。警部補弱すぎないか。キンベルさん。まだ会話もしてないのに。なんやねん、この女。すぐ死んだぞ。おや。犬が死んどる。トゥントゥントゥントゥントゥン。昇進しました。
Vessel contains no valuable plunder.
スキル向上。クレオおばさんの管理職トレーニング。うわぁ、ホールアウトっぽい。ボーナスアンロックは20ポイントずつ発生します。各説明を読んで確認してください。ポイントの振り方がよくわかんないぜ。様々な武器を使用して胸部を攻撃すると様々な効果を出します。は、特殊技能の選択。第1段階。時々信用できる者が自分以外にいない時もありますが大丈夫です。一人での冒険地に与えるダメージが増加します。ほう。運搬能力の増加。ふーん。
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Mar. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
キャプテンは私のダッシュボタン下のシミになった。
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Engineering 5.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
このカートリッジ、あなたのことをアレックス・ホーソンをアンリライアブルの運営者でキャプテンであることを証明します。
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
はーい。何かあるかな。
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
でもいろんなところの電気がついてるよ、エイダー。少し消した方がいいんじゃない？ルルルルルルルルル。ここは何だ？拾えないのか。作業
Want to
台。
be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died. If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
キャプテンはそこで寝る
These
のか。
surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
警備の連中は偶然パトロール中に自殺したみたい。 口の利き方が気にくないね。
Altercation, you say? Shame as that goes. Spacer's choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt. No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
強い。お、なんかあんまり人を殺すと狙われたりするんだね。なんかあるよ。うわー、強い。結構威力減衰するね。何にも持ってない。敵って倒すと消えちゃうのか。いたいた。お、アサルトライフルだ。ライトアサルトライフ。攻撃とブロックにはコントロールを使用します。 いやー、こっちも気になるじゃん。あ、なんかキャンプがある。おいだ。シャベルを拾う。シャベルを拾ったということは掘れということかね。うわー、うん。入れ替えの仕方が難しいな。このなんか固定されてんのどうやって解除するんだ。あ、なるほど。装備してるからか。めんどくせえ。ちょっとシャベルの使い方が違うようだ。わあ、すごーい。そい。くそ、登れないぜ。このバキュームは何なんだろうな。ここが墓地。へえ。おお、入れた。シャベルだ。 なんだこれは。こっちもなんかいけるぞ。なんだこのふざけた写真は。ここは入れない。ここも入れない。おやおや、なんかあるぞ。さあ、じゃあ正面から入ってみますか。ツナ観光所。セアドア・グレンジャー新産業事故13の F に埋葬済み。墓地使用料支払い済み。13の F。お、取れそうで取れない。何拾ったのかな。 ち側は何かあるのかな。うわ、隙間があると行きたくなるんだよ。
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
おーい。
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable. Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
伝染病。
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
エメラルドベール雑貨店。ここはでも入るなって言われたのかな。こっちか。 ベストを超えるチョイス。
Music to my ears.
商売スキルは会話スキルの最高位と同じ価値があり、行商人にアイテムを売買する際の交渉に使用されます。全くもって自分がいくら持ってるかが分かりづらい仕様だな。所持金104。
Go right ahead. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor. You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
うわ。
Spacer's choice is built on love, and like any real love, it is cold and tough when needs must. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work. It is better than fair. It's company policy. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded. You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Mm-hmm. これが酒場か。また人が随分いるな。
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand. Coming right up.
お高い。ウォーター。すごい、酒がない。これぐらいか。あれ、私の酒は
You read the latest report.
We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice. Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down. Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business. Will there be anything else? Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum. Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning. Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that. And be satisfied with our lot in life. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
I
don't have time for this.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again? Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive. Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet? Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Oh, you can say that again. The Spacer's Choice family is the only family I'll ever need.
Sorry, I got a lot to do.
Carry on.
Sorry, just gotta keep our heads up.
こんなところか。
Wish we had some better rations.
Nothing I can do about that.
The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual? You're correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas V. Wells. So
なるほどね。それは何だい？スペーサーズコロナ。ようわからんぜ。
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
みんなマグロ缶しか食べてないんだ、かわいそうに。なんかいつの間にか知らんの。ほう。間違って撃っちゃった。プラズマスタック。
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious. Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. So you'll consider it? I do appreciate you hearing me out, and, your discretion. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. Glad we see eye to eye. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
いいだろう。
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Who's off the threats, man?
Boss's orders. Yell up.
これがツナ缶工場か。
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
F の13の墓地ってほんとどれだろうな。他にもあんのか。
Oh, hey. Where'd you come from? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
Oh.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Yeah? Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the one... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Oh.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
まず床屋に取り立てに行って、
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
誰も彼も一筋縄じゃいかないの。なんだ汚ねえとこだ。
What was that? Open fire! My fine bonus.
なんだなんだあいつ。やっちまったぜ。まあまあ許してくれよ。
Thought I'd just roll over and die?
痛い痛い。ちょっとちょっと。
Don't hurt me! Please! I don't want to die!
なんか大変なことになってしまった。いや、なんかだって室内でぶっ放してるやつがいたから 止めただけじゃん。いやー、えらい目にやったぜ。また入ったら撃たれるかな。死体は転がったまま。着陸、離陸場警備、缶詰工場。
What? Thought I saw something.
すごい撃たれんだよな。何にもしてないな。なんかものすごい反感を買っている。そのなんか嫌われてるレベルはどこに表示されるんだろう。
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching, and soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand. I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy. More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough. So you'll do it then? You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
えーっと。
Wish we had some better rations.
うわ、行き止まりだ。こいつらは撃ってこないんだよな。
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble?
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners, skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Yay.いや、全然戦闘してないけど長いね。会話がすごい。お使いがお使いを呼ぶよ。
What do you think you're doing? Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?ほう。コンラット。友人って誰だよ。科学者。スペーサーズチョイス。What? You know about Eugene? How? You probably heard it from one of our local gossip mongers. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I? Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
よし、あと2人だ。
What was that? Let us go!
No! どういうこと？ 何も悪いことしてないのに。
Something's not right.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
撃ってくるやつと撃ってこないやつがいるんで、よくわからんな。ふんふん。さあ問題はここだよ。なんか撃たれんだよな。なんか盗んでしまった。思わず。お、これがツナ缶工場か。シュワッチ。私の服装が悪いのかな。おやおや。
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame though. Eugene was a good worker.
あら、ユージンの知り合いですな。
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
ひどいもんだぜ。なんかおっかない人がいる。また上に行ったら撃たれるかな。
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
撃たれなかった。
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me.
やっぱりこれ制服じゃな
Seems
か
I
った。
allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
黒焦げになる。
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
地熱発電所に。そして送電を植物実験場からこちらの方に切り替え。そして調整器を回収。
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Oh. 仲間も増やせるんだね。面白い。で、お、もう勝手に仲間になってるんだね。
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec? It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me.
いや、知れば知るほど不穏な
Not any
街だ
sort of
ね。
dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
よく喋る女
Thanks,
だ。
ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Be right there.
お、 これであれか、指示が出せるのか。おう。うん、遠いな。先にじゃあ、どうしよう。奥地に会おうかな、じゃあ。
Hey, Miss Purple. Look.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
なんだ、まだ隠し事があ
My dad's
る。
buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? Yeah? What about him? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything. Yeah?
.すごい、卵から鳥型になるんだ。教会はどこだっけ。
Wish we had some better rations.
At least you got your health.
うわー。撃たれるとこだったぜ。うわー。なんだか知らないけど撃たれるんだよね。逃げろー。うん、多分服だな。
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
貧乏なんだね。 さあ、この辺にもう一人集金相手がいるようなんだけど。
What do you think you're doing?
怖い。
I don't have time for this. Whoa.
またなんか評価が下がった。なぜ？何にも悪いことしてないの。もうなんて難しいゲームなんだ。どんどん評価が落ちていく。
Where are we headed? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't write. She was in another division. Her contract. Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
だから服をあれよ、このしょうもないのに着替えればいいんちゃいますか。
You're fast.
あ、中入れないんだ。よし。制服が違うと撃ってくるってひどいよね。あれれだい。そんな撃たなくても。ちょっと牧師さん、私です。やめてー。何も悪いことしてないのに。なぜだ、同じ服装してるのに。撃たれる言われがわからない。この服も違ったってことか。よし、やっと冒険に行けるぞ。 たすら長い話聞かされたから。
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I bet she's jealous. She didn't know how to skip rocks or anything.
無許可のテラフォーミング。わーお。
Nice.
これが例の日記とやらか。日記、なんとかの禁書ってやつか。うわー、略奪者だ。よいしょ。うらー。なんか拾ったぜ。武器の入れ替え方がよくわかんなくなってきた。これか。今拾ったのなんだ。おや、あとはされるものはないのかな。しけてやがるな。コミュニティセンター。あれでもバンダルだ。
Can't do that. Attacking.
弾がなくなった。うほほほ。HP は自然回復っぽいな。お邪魔します。
Heads down.
Watch out! You got them!
見つかった。ほら。
Everyone all right?
ああ、炭と化している。なんて邪悪な武器なんだ。じゃあ先に上を制圧しようかな。ちら。おお。あれ、もう一人どこ行った？なんもないな。お、これいいじゃないですか。 いやーいや、武器が弱いって言われても。ツナ缶ばっかりだな。足が落ちてる。あれ、もう何にもないんだ。よし、薬の回収は済んだし、行くか。お、また随分な街だな。ほら、死体が転がってる。
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you what I can. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. What is it?
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid.
So it's easy.
Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Hey, I got time. I'll help if I can. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she... The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Keep your wits about you, friend. If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
ほう、これがトイレか。シャワーはないのか。バッチリ集め。
What do you think you're doing? Do what you want, I guess.
いるならいるって言ってよ。
Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how...
Are you,
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running.
Oh gosh, no.
Are you from town? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical... I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
うんうん。さっきあさっといたから持ってたわ。What? いてー。うわー、めっちゃ仕掛けてやる。あ、これ体力回復か。
What is it?ここが発電所か。
I always wanted to poke around in here. Okay, keep them quiet.
Unexpected.
Look out! Cut him off.
ダメージタイプは物理、プラズマ、腐食、ショック、Nセント全部で欲しい。 地熱発電所。
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Three switches. That'll be easy enough. Oh, you got that?
なんてひどい。 まだいた。弱点とかあんのか。
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
No, just leave me alone. No, just leave me alone. No, just leave me alone.
Got it. Inside voices.
No, just leave me alone. Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. Don't you talk down to me, Phantom. At least I know I'm real. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna critic, Aetherwave personality, chairman of the board, galactic defender, Sisty Pig tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. Ironic deaths are the worst. You made your point. I'll help you. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Braised. Boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Process.
まだいた。 よし、なんだかわかんないけど強くなったぜ。
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil? He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda. I'm just glad he's alive. If he wants... You mean about the mission? I know, but Vicker says the real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
System alert. Performing an area sweep now. Sister in the...
Sure what the right is. All I know is the decision's final.
はあ、これでとりあえず発電機は全部 OK。 から出るんだっけ。
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
さあ、これでどうなるんですか？これで選べるわけですね。修理室ってどこだ？
Dang, that's impressive.
もう拾ってたか。よし、帰るか。いやー、マップがないっていうのがちょっとやりづらいよな。マップが欲しいでござるよ。いや、この辺から抜けられなかったっけか。おお。
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies to bury.
もう俺がやったってバレてんのか。停電している。
We can handle this. I don't want to die.
Put him down!
Die! Die!
What? What was that?
No, President!
Let's open fire!
どういうことだ。殺しちゃっていいのか。
Enough for this.
謎すぎる。よし、ちょっとこれぐらいにしとくかな、今日はな。